Hi everyone, Cheryl Ajamu, welcome Facebook Live. We are here in Detroit at the 2018 Multicultural Media Luncheon with business mogul Mr. Alex Rodriguez. Welcome to Detroit.
Well, thank you for having me.
So I posted that Mr. Rodriguez was here, and I mentioned your nonprofit organization, Project Destined. I got a lot of questions asking about the organization, so I thought I would take this opportunity for you to address it on Facebook Live and share a little bit more about the organization and how, if you have kids or someone who wants to get involved, how they can do that.
Yeah, so Project Destined is one of the most exciting projects I've ever been involved in. It's nonprofit. The founder, Cedric Bobo, and Fred, who, Cedric is someone who I met just this past summer, and I was immediately energized by his energy, his enthusiasm, his knowledge. He's an African-American gentleman who grew up in Memphis, like me, single mother. He came up, went to Harvard Business School, and then went to Carlyle and worked at the Carlyle Group, private equity group from Washington, D.C. for about 11 years. And he had this idea to go back into inner cities and help out kids and really empower young men and women. Just like we would go out and, if you're a college coach, and go out and recruit a great young player or a great young lady to play volleyball, we wanted to have that same type of attention with our young kids. So we would bring kids in, let's say on a Thursday, say we would bring in 30 kids. It actually happened here in Detroit, Memphis, and now in Miami. Our next destination will be in March 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in the Bronx. So what we do is on Thursday, we come in and we teach these young people everything there is to know about buying a property, from finding it, from underwriting it, from how to manage it, from how to close on it. And then we go into the community and we find lawyers, accountants, marketing people that come in and work all pro bono. And then we like to make it cool. And I think it's just really interesting how we come in and we bring in fun DJs, we bring in a great chef, we have all the parents like this just hanging around. And what's interesting is the parents don't want to go home because they've never learned this. And what's interesting is the transformation with these kids. We have our partners at Harvard Business School. We're in talks with JP Morgan, Freddie Mac, David Brickman, who runs Freddie Mac, one of the biggest lending government companies in the world. And everybody we've talked to has really leaned in and wanted to help us. But essentially what you do is transformational. You have these kids come in on a Thursday and they're not shaven and shirts untucked, and they don't understand a cap rate. And by the time Thursday comes, not only do they understand cap rates, but they understand how to appraise a property. And we're giving them tools to actually go out there and fend for themselves. And we're hoping that at that age, we can hook them. We can hook them with being an entrepreneur. We can hook them with there is another way out than just to hit home runs or dunk a basketball to get out of the hood. And the truth of the matter is, I didn't grow up in my community with seeing a lot of guys like Cedric Bobo, who went to Harvard Business School, who were partners at the Carlyle Group. So it gives you a lot of hope. The punchline in this whole entire thing, not only on Sunday when they're done with our program are they smarter, but then Cedric and I go out and we buy the properties. The kids there get to earn 20% of the profits, and those profits end up sending those kids to college.
Wow, outstanding. That is outstanding. So if I know of a student or a school that wants to get involved, how would they get involved if they are in like Memphis or Detroit or Miami? How would they get involved? Would you go to the website?
Yeah. So two things. Number one, go to the Project Destined website, and we have applications there all the time. And number two, I would go into Instagram, send us a message, and we're very good at responding. We are growing this very fast. We're trying to scale this across the country. We were just in Memphis, Detroit, Miami, Bronx, and then we're going to keep going to other markets. We're still playing with the curriculum and how to scale it. But the great thing is once we get students that graduate from our program, there's a follow-up. Not only do they become ambassadors, but they also come back and teach. So this is a really, really exciting opportunity.
Okay, great. So everybody now, so you can check that out, So we want to just talk briefly. I don't want to give away your keynote, But our topic this year is maintaining brand authenticity. Just wanted to touch briefly on it. So just share a little bit of your thoughts about how important you feel branding is, whether you're a small business or a large corporation, and why do you think that's important? And then we'll begin.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. I had dinner with Warren Buffett for his 87th birthday. Sorry, Warren, I don't want to date you, but I think it's public. And he said to me, a brand is a promise. And I thought about that for a while, and that's what it is. You have to believe there's an honesty, there's a collaboration that you have with your consumer, and a brand is consistent. And I think that's exactly what it is. You want to be there every day for the consumers, and it starts with authenticity, with conviction, with honesty. And I think the more you can think as a brand, if you can think long-term versus short-term gain, the better chance you have an opportunity to end up like a Berkshire Hathaway.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Rodriguez.
You got it.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Facebook.